Just doing a live check. Just doing a live. Hi everyone. Let's play some Factorio. We need to figure out our lives in this and see what we can do to correct our Coverx processing. I mean, right now it's doing its own thing, but it's not doing it well. So I was kind of trying to read up on this and I couldn't really figure out what exactly I want to do. However, I was also looking into a blueprint. So let's see if this blueprint is going to work or not. That's interesting. Smarter Coverx. 40, blah, blah, blah. Correctly handles this. Self bootstraps based on blah. Interesting. It's all blue belts though. I don't have blue belts. So I don't know if that's going to be any useful for us. Got a different one that we can try. So this is supposed to be really simple. And we just put okay. We're supposed to be able to just put uranium-235 on one side and uranium-238 on the other. And that's supposed to take care of it all magically. We can give it a shot. We're gonna need some gear. Decider combinators. I don't think I have any of those. And steel chests. Okay. Don't have steel chests. I feel like I should have a steel chest maker at this point in the game, huh? Oh, this side is shortened. Because I am a genius with how I layered this stuff up. Wait, I do have a steel chest maker. Well, what do you know? I need purple chests. Where are my purple chests being made? Down here. We'll take half of that, I suppose. What else did I need? Decider combinators. I feel like we don't have any combinators of any kind being made, but I could be wrong. could have sworn that we had some available. That I had made some sort of like combinator type stuff. Oh well. Okay, so desolder. Copper cables and electronic circuits. 30 of each. Alright. So we'll get those going. I don't have copper cable in logistics. That is a big faux pas. We're gonna stick it right there. Keep all of this red stuff consistent. 2 stacks should be enough. Alright, what else does this recipe want? This blueprint. I think I've got all of this stuff. For one attempt, anyway. I don't think that we can actually, like, stack this down, though, can we? I mean, I suppose... Yeah, maybe we could. Maybe we could. If that is the case, though, we're gonna need a bunch of this stuff. Yeah. I'll have to craft, like... Let's just stick with one and see how this works out. Let's not get too excited about it just yet. We might also need to go on a fighter rampage just to make ourselves feel better. We also still need to figure out what we're going to do with the excess yeah. Speaking of, what is going on here? Oh, that's what's going on here. just gonna take this down. Take it all down. Okay. So we're gonna turn it this way. Or our way. I think like this for now. And we can kind of... Let's just get rid of this stuff. What a backlog. Okay, let's cut this. That's a lot of metal junk. Okay, so where do I want to do this exactly at? Well, I mean, if we did it like this, what we're going to want to do is we're going to filter off the stone to the right. Which are going to feed in there like this. And then we will filter off our iron ore. Down this way. Now, where are we going to put our iron ore? Because we have like a metric ton of it. So for this moment, we're just going to do this really annoying habit thing, which Just gonna dump it into 2 different chests and go from there. Now, to be extra annoying, we have to filter off uranium-238. And feed it back onto just one side of the belt. This is supposed to work like this. And then we just give this some power. And then what? Uranium-238 just goes into a big old storage container, I guess. This doesn't seem... I still don't really know what to do with the uranium-238, because there seems to be like just such an excess amount of it. I should have brought supplies to make warehouses. Okay. Do I not have anything that I can... Steel beams? What about now? I'm just gonna make a bunch of warehouses. Which apparently is gonna take a while. Holy. So if I wanted to, could I just stack these end on end? Interesting. Probably could, couldn't I? Wait, did I not make decider combos? I made the wrong crap. How annoying. Well, I guess we're going back to base anyway. feel like I should just set up a machine to make these damn things in case I need to use them in the future. I also really could have sworn that I had them already set up, but factories gets a little big to keep track of everything. All right. Let's just really double check. If I was a combinator, where would I be? I don't know. Because it's wires and green circuits for all of these, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we can do this the easy way then. We will use this space right over... Yeah, the space here. This is going to work out just fine for this. I don't even have any blue guys on me. What the hell? Blue. 50, please. What? Iron gear wheels. I see. Well, that wasn't very clever of me. Okay, well, this will be enough. Yeah. Just put this in my trash slot so we can get rid of it for now. Combinator number 1. Combinator number 2. Number 3. Do we want to bother with power switches? I mean, why not? We're going through all of this effort. Might as well, hey? Quester chests. machines will happily craft away. Okay, let's get rid of some of these engines. It was at 6, so we'll take that. Yeah. Got enough of those, got enough of those, and that. Okay. That looks decent. Why does it feel like this stuff isn't moving that quick for research? Or does it just take that long? Oh yeah, it just takes that long. Okay. Not a problem then, I guess. We will, I think, need to worry about copper. Kind of preemptively got a start on that long time ago and got sidetracked for a bajillion hours and didn't actually do anything with it, so we'll just have to see how it rolls. Yeah, so once we get our power situation stabilized with nuclear and make sure that it's running correctly, we can look at, expanding the factory, make it more mega scaled if we want. So does this actually work like this? We're out of steel chests. Come on. Sometimes it's really difficult to see these ghosts. Decider combinator. Decider combinator. They are physically there. Okay. We'll throw down one more, like that. Okay. Yeah, I know you're out of power. Big baby. It's totally fine. So we're going to split off 238 this way. And we're just going to storage the ever-living snot out of this. With what I hope will work. Wait, why did I do 2? Let's actually make sure that it works to transfer from one into the other before we get ahead of ourselves. Why doesn't that? Do I actually need 2 of them? Okay, I do need 2 for some reason. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going to inject all of our wonderful, colorful, tasty uranium bits. And this on the right side. Go this way. I did a great job of that, didn't I? Swell. Whatever, we're just gonna do this because spaghetti. Do I even need to do that? Because we could just do this. If I made that a requester chest, and we just request stone all the time. No. Theoretically, we could, but we need to change that one storage crate. We need to make this a regular warehouse and not a passive provider warehouse. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this stuff does. Item ingredient storage is... there's a shortage. Alright. So then we can make this a requester chest and request stone. And the robots will collect it from... right. Okay. I kind of sort of feel like I need to have more of the stuff being processed for this to work correctly. Or this is just going to be one of those things that takes forever for it to get started. Hmm. I think I'm going to just deconstruct this for now. And just see how this runs with one. No, bad. Put this there, and this there, and let's try to see if the magic happens this time. Okay. So 235 and 238 comes in. Gets fed in. And then the excess just keeps going. Okay. But like, am I supposed to, is this supposed to be like a circular feed or something? Because I still don't, I get what it's doing, but I don't get what it's doing at the same time. So the output comes here, it refills itself. Let's just keep this thing cycling because I truly feel like this should work from my very limited understanding. Because it takes in the two different types of uranium and it's supposed to run its magic. But there should always be like an excess of 1. So this machine could theoretically just keep running off of itself. So let's see what happens with it this time. And this obviously must be for a different version of the game because it takes off iron ore, and there isn't iron ore that's being produced as a byproduct. Okay, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any excess coming off. I know this isn't the most interesting thing, but I really want to get like a handle on making sure that this works. So we're going to watch this for another cycle or two and see what happens with it. Okay. So it dumped a whole bunch of the excess out, which is fine. Fine and dandy. Enable condition. This is one of the benefits and one of the failures, I think, of blueprints. They're super easy and you can use them to help your gameplay, which is awesome. But if you don't actually understand how the circuit conditions work, um, or you just kind of can't find your way through it, you don't ever actually learn how to do this on your own. Okay, see, so it ran twice, and now it's not running again. So there's another uranium-238 coming, or 235, I should say. So let's see if that triggers it. Okay. I do not understand. Okay, so it's going to check a signal for condition is 40. Then it gives a green check mark. Why 40? Why 40? That's supposed to be some sort of built-in buffer. Let me just take a look here. Conserves uranium by ensuring that there's exactly 4 items in the chest before loading the centrifuge. That makes it easy to daisy chain centrifuges. Uraniums will be loaded on into the 2 chests, which are monitored through the red wire by the 2 decider combinators that control the filter inserters. Okay. Filter inserters will only operate until the desired amount of each item is in the chests. Okay. If there's more than 40 light green 235, then the stack inserter will remove 1 at a time until there's exactly 40 in the chest, at which time the other 2 decider combinators, which are connected by the same red wire, will trigger the AND combinator, which will in turn trip the memory cell. Memory cell will hold the value of tick equals 1, which will modify the tick from the first 2 combinators, continuing to shut off the filter inserters and load the machine even when the contents of the chests falls as the machine is loaded. When the process finishes, the uranium is ejected to the belt upstream and starts the process again. Also, the filter inserter that ejects light green 253 will clear the memory cell. I think they meant 235. This design will also eject stone and iron into blah blah. Yeah, they can be removed or left in. Yeah, it's possible for 238 to back up and fill the chest, but it won't halt the machine, as 238 being ejected from the machine has priority over chest 238. The machine will halt if green 235 backs up. So this thing isn't really cyclical. I don't understand. Okay, so it's gonna hit 40, and then it loads stuff in. then we wait for it to do a cycle. So I wonder if the timing on this thing is like it matches up with uranium fuel cell processing. What I mean by that is if the amount of 235 that's coming out and the excess is being dumped and it gets fed and made into the uranium fuel cells, which go to the reactor. So it's dumping out the excess, picking up what it needs. And now we wait again. I understand the logic of it, but I don't understand how to make it on my own. Like, if I was to sit here and think about this, I wouldn't be able to make it. If this is going to work, that's great. Maybe I need to increase the amount of processing that I have going for the uranium ore. But then we're going to have like a crazy excess of 238, and I'm not sure what to do with it all. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I also thought that if I had like a whole bunch of these in a row, it would work and be amazing. But I don't think I'm processing enough of the uranium ore for it to be amazing. Does the little description indicate how much stuff? There's a comment on here. I did sandbox testing with inserter stack size of 12, which works beautifully, but then I noticed in-game that a stack size of 2 can cause precious uranium to be missed, and it passes to the next machine. Try limiting the output stack size to 1 and see what happens. Hello. Thanks for the raid. Howdy, y'all. I'm currently failing with my Coverix processing. Welcome. You get to see me struggle. That's okay. I appreciate it anyway. What were you streaming? What were you doing today? At least I've got some of the fuel cells coming out. Can we figure this out with math? So let's see here. Mega basing, change the lab set completely to be able to do nice. Sounds pretty cool. A few weeks back, I tried doing a Factorio 2 Space Age playthrough, and I failed with my power setup, and I got Zerg swarmed and kind of gave up. Had to do more manual artillery targeting than all of the rest of the game combined. Yeah, but manual artillery targeting is fun. It's fun. It's one of the best pastimes is just watching the fighters go boom, you know? I've been lamenting about my Coverix processing. In all of my playthroughs in Factorio that I've had out of all the hundreds of hours, I always had a buddy set up my nuclear power for me, and he's not playing this time, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But I found a blueprint online, which is handy, but I don't understand how it works, and I have no idea if this is actually going to be viable or not. But it's doing something anyway. It is slightly different in Krastorio. Um, Not a terrible amount, I don't think. Oops, I didn't want to do that. But yeah, in Krastorio for Coverix, 30 uranium-235 for input with 3 uranium-238, and you get 31 uranium-235 output and 2 stone. Yeah, you get stone. So I have that being recycled into landfill, because I'll eventually just, get rid of some water so it doesn't collect up. But this handy dandy little machine blueprint that I found is supposed to keep the Coverx processing going, but I don't think it works how I want it to work. So I've kind of just been hanging around here keeping an eye on it to see what exactly it's been doing. So yeah, I'll figure my life out once yet with this. All right, well, I'm gonna let this just run and see what happens eventually. I'm also on the fence if I want to increase the number of machines that I have going here. I only have 20 of the centrifuges going, and I don't know if I need more than that or not. I'm starting to think that maybe I want more. How many centrifuges do I have on me? Only 4. Okay. Well, let's go back to the main factory and pick up supplies. We'll come back home, come back over here. Maybe I can double that production. See if it helps. We should also think about more things to research. I guess the quarry mineral extraction, insert capacity bonuses are nice. Better brakes, nuclear trains, lab research speed. Let's go for some lasers. That'll be a good cue for now. Alright, let's get some centrifuges coming. I need more lights over here. Oh, not that many. Alright. Did I forget to put my centrifuge maker on the network? Where did I cram that? It's over here. North a little bit. I totally did. Why would I have done that? Thank you, robots. Alright, while we're here, is there any crap that I want to get rid of out of my inventory? I think we're okay for now. There are things over here. Looks like it's holding up okay. Now, what exactly did we do with this copper patch? We got it started, and then I think I just derped out and, yeah, I didn't finish that processing. Okay, let's just take a teeny tiny break from our Arcoverix drama and get some copper flowing over there. And I could also hum and haw if I want to belt the copper over. I don't think it's quite far enough to set up with trains just yet. So we'll get that going. And we'll set our recipes. I'm still on the fence too on whether or not I want to wash the ore with the enrichment option and then use it from there. The only problem to do that is it takes acid, like sulfuric acid, and I'd have to pipe it over. So I don't think I have a good spot here where I could make dedicated sulfuric acid just for that. So that's another thing to consider in my long list of things that I need to consider. Apparently I also was not paying attention when I put these in. This is probably a stream when I was playing at 4 or 5 in the morning again. Okay, if I was going to belt in all of that copper, what would our path look like? I have to avoid these train tracks. And would we just inject it into the regular belt lines? So if we were going to inject it in the regular belt lines, that's a lot of factory to bypass. It would have to come from the west to the east, cut south past these production module lines. I could theoretically squeak it through this stuff here, but I don't want to do that in case I need to reorganize things. But there's not another good path to do it north. This is already a pretty spaghetti mess. Well, actually, this really might be the best option if I cut it through here next to my red circuits and then wedged it in here past my sulfur line and add it into the existing belt lines. That's an option. At least for now, copper's holding up well-ish. There's not much load on the factory, though. Okay. We might have to start thinking about doing this for iron as well. Is your name Konaj or Konage? How's the pronunciation on that? Okay, so we can get rid of these. Okay, so if that one's done, we can reclaim this stuff. Do I want to be petty and mine 450 iron? I think I do. This is shrinking, though. 3.2 million. Guess it's not the end of the world. Should still come up with a plan, though. Where is the next iron patch? That's the closest, air quotes. So we've got a little patch over here in the west of 84 million. South of our oil processing, there's 49 million. And then east and south is 77 million of the uranium. It might be a really good idea to tap this iron ore patch as well as this copper ore patch, and then we can make some interim materials or intermediate materials, because there's also coal over here, and then we could ship those into where we want them to be. So that's another option. Okay, let's see. What was it? How many of these items do I need? Fast belts. Or red belts. Yeah. Yellow. Yeah. Inserters look good. Okay. Let's head back on down to our uranium mine and see about increasing processing. I'm also wondering if I should use different fuel than just basic coal for my train. Make it go a little faster. Okay. Now, let's see about just copy pasting this. Can we just smush it? Almost. Alright, so then let's just rearrange this a tiny bit so we can have a better split. Actually, I have that blueprint book, I think. Where did I stick it? I overthink these, so let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. 3 to 2 for a belt balancer. Boy, this acid pipeline is... I ran this in a really silly place. Let's fix it. And have it come down here. We can get rid of this. Make life a tiny bit easier. I don't know if if it's worth putting a belt balancer in here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I need to get rid of this uranium. Oh, I don't have any speed modules. Forgot that I had done that over here. Can I make any? No. Okay. Now, of course, the miners won't be able to keep up, but that's okay. think I also don't want this to be like this anymore. I think I'm just going to get it fed into a box. Because I don't want any of that to back up on the belt line and then stop production. Because that would just be annoying. Does anybody have any good suggestions on what to do with uranium-238 as an excess? Because I'm going to have warehouses of it full soon-ish. Oops, doing the wrong clicks. Actually, I have a couple of speed module 3s. 15 of them. I could put them in there, but okay. Maybe I only need the one machine. Okay. What are we gonna do with the iron ore? That is a really good question. I mean, the answer is to make a grinder and just huck it all in there and be done with it. A crusher, I mean. Could do that. Let's do it. Set myself up a little box, get rid of this junk. Well, I guess it'll eventually do things. Actually, that's not a good idea in a way. We need to have a bit of a buffer if it's going to do stuff like that. I don't want the production to get like backed up for whatever reason. Waiting for space and destination. Is this thing just moving that fast that I'm not seeing it move? Yeah, okay. Well, fine with me, I guess. What did we do here? There was a light in the way. Good. Good, good. Well, let's waste our speed modules on this crusher so it keeps up with demand. Will it keep up with the demand? Yeah, maybe. Cheers. Have I played any other overhaul mods? Mm, I th I don't know if they're considered a complete overhaul mod, but I remember once upon a time I think it's 5 dims. I installed that and I tried playing and I was like, I don't know what I got myself into, and I kind of just threw it in the recycle bin because it was way out of my league. Um, but I think this is like the first complete overhaul mod that I've played. I really enjoy playing Krastorio too. Um, I'm hoping that it gets updated to support more of the features from Factorio 2, but you know, devs on that are working at their own speed, so maybe we'll get something cool, maybe not. I've only played SE and I loved it. Enjoyed it more than Space Age. Oh, space exploration? Isn't that what Space Age was based on? Or are they two different things? Okay, right. That makes sense. At least with Woob hiring modders onto their team to make, you know, mods for them and that kind of stuff, at least it looks like it's working out well for them. I know that the devs for that dinosaur game, Ark Survival Evolved and Ark Survival Ascended, they have this annoying habit of like sponsoring modders to port their maps over into their game, and the maps come like half finished or 30% finished, and then you end up waiting however long before it's ready, and it's like I paid for this thing. So I'm glad that Woob doesn't do the same type of thing. They seem like a super solid company. Oh, we actually do have an excess built up here. This is good. Hmm. Maybe I should have left my machine here to pick up the excess. Oh, that's ironic. Okay, I think for now I'm fairly confident in saying that this is working. We have an excess buildup of our good old uranium fuel cells. The number's gone up slowly over time. So this does seem like it's working. I'm going to try not to worry too much about this capacity stuff, but maybe I should. Oh, look at that. This is not lined up. Actually, we're here and we have the miners. Why don't we just do it? We'll just slap down whatever we've got and roll with it. What are some of the mods that you've played with, not complete overhaul mods, but just mods in general that you find are like your go-to picks that you always want to have with you when you play? Oh, and this is going to completely ruin my balancer, but I don't really care. Okay, that seems to be doing stuff. Got 6 miners left. Might as well chuck them down here. 100K. That's not what I wanted to do in my brain at all. What is going on with this thing? All right. Feel like we can leave this to sit on its own. I'm gonna have to come back with more sulfuric acid. Okay, so why isn't my sulfuric acid like unloading? Is it because I stopped the train too soon? Oh, did I? Fluid or... Let's just go with fluid. Must have stopped it too soon before. I find it really finicky at times to like make sure that the pumps line up correctly with fluid wagons for loading and offloading goods. Oh, and apparently I've got uranium on me. I should get rid of that. Here you go. Enjoy, machine. Enjoy. Okay, I'm going to request some speed module 2s for when we get back to home. Actually, let's not put that in our trash just yet. Okay, come to me, bots. Bring me your presents. Whoops. Nobody saw that. I did not just randomly do that. Right. Put this in the washers. Okay, so this is keeping up-ish. It's good to see. Why are you still just grinding away making these things? Steel plates. Red chips. Okay, well, it'll catch up eventually. All right. Now, do we want to bring those copper plates in already, or do we want to hold off? Seems like it's going okay for now. Why does it say that speed module 2s are not on the network? Oh, they're being completely eaten up. Oh, that's another thing I'm gonna have to potentially do is really ramp up our speed and efficiency module production. Yeah. We'll just clear that off for now. Okay, so I've got 24 of these electric mining drill Mark IIs. How many more am I going to need if I wanted to tap this patch? Probably quite a few. Probably quite a few. I forget, do I have them being made somewhere? I do. I was smart and I put them right next to the other ones. Okay. So let's just grab them. How many do we have here? Oh, 200. Wow, it's almost like I planned ahead or something. Doesn't happen that often, apparently. Now, do we want it just to be on yellow belts? I think yellow belts might be okay. I think that'll be all right. Grab some more power poles. Now then, if I'm gonna do that, the question is do I use the enrichment process right away down here? Maybe. Do we still have a ton of acid? We do. We could belt down or pipe down all the acid if we wanted to do enrichment. We'll have to remember what the byproduct of dirty water and burn that stuff off. Oh yeah, this stuff actually lasts for quite a while. How's everybody holding up over here? You doing okay? Not clog or anything like that? Alright. Actually, I should have run a power pole while I was over here. Actually, if we are going to do the enrichment stuff, do we want to make it go what, east? Let's do that. We'll make this run west to east so we have some space to do other things in here. What is the spacing on that? Is it just going to be every 3? Or something? All right. Now we can just copy and paste. Don't need that one. Oh, right. Okay, so we're gonna want this to come over a little bit more. Keep the belt line going. No, it's okay. I don't think I have to do that. Let's try to copy and paste this and make our life a smidge easier. Oh, and apparently that's the last of our miners. Okay. You can just get shoved into there. Okay, so if we are going to do the enrichment, what is it that we need for it again? And it gets done in chemical plants, and it uses 9 iron ore in 3 seconds. Okay. We don't have sulfuric acid down here, though. Do I want to pipe it that far? That is the question of the day. And I guess the answer is yes, that we're going to pipe it down. I don't have any materials to make a temporary holding thing. That's okay. We're going to say that it's going to come down here. Because then we can also potentially use it for copper. But I think I want to bypass the copper, or the petroleum area. And yeah, I think I've got enough space. I can cut north from here. And I think we're just going to do this kind of a shenanigan thing again. Actually, like this. And we'll just run it parallel to everything else. But now the question is, if we keep running it here, oh, that practically is, yeah, that's going to work out really, really well, actually. Wonder if I need to stick a pump on here. I should have put a radar down at the other end. Jeez. Well, it still has acid. Don't think we need a pump. Most excellent. Okay, coal, we can get rid of stone and this tiny bit of ore. And let's go take a look, just as a refresher, to see what we did with this stuff in terms of the ore enrichment. How many machines was this? 16. And at the moment it is keeping up with 74 Mark I miners. Alright. How many miners did I say I had over here? Ah, right, no radar. Do I even have a radar on me? I do not. Let's fix that. Let's just take 2 advanced radars. Which apparently I'm not making. I don't know why. have the rare metals being placed into a box? I thought I did. Rare metals were coming up here. Huh. I do, just like this. Though I don't think I want to do it like that anymore. I think we're just going to do it like this. Am I out of my loaders? I'll craft a loader. Like that. That'll work. I don't have red loaders being made, do I? I don't. I should get that set up. I think we can set it up here. Because we're only going to want like a stack of 50. Great. That'll do its thing. And they'll eventually be made. Alright, so how many chem plants do we want to bring with us? Right, what were we doing the dirty water up here? How did we have that set up? So the dirty water gets filtered out, and then the stone, we have to figure out what we're going to do with. I think maybe a crusher. Yeah, we could probably no, because that'll give us sand, and I don't want to have to deal with that. We could just make another landfall machine. That could work. Alright. Chem plants. Let's bring 20 of them. Gonna want to make a storage tank. How big of one do I want to make? A huge one? Just a regular? I feel like a regular should be fine. Gonna need a bunch of flare stacks. Okay. Steel plates, 40 steel beams, I guess 12 green circuits, so we can build ourselves some flare stacks. And then while we're at it, 10 iron plates, 5 iron beams. Do we have enough pipes? I think we have enough pipes at the moment. Iron beams. How strange. Is iron beams one of the things that I've just had kicking around in storage chests and I didn't actually have it being served into the wonderful bot network? Because that totally seems like something I would do. Yeah, okay. Why am I not surprised? Let's take this off. Go like that. I would like some loaders, please, though. 25 would be swell. I'm probably not going to have... Oh yeah, okay. They're on their way. So let's just do this little trick again that we really like a lot. And we'll do a stack of those guys. Is there anything else that we're going to need from this? So that... I did it all with yellow belts. I might have to rethink that and do it with red belts. Gonna need more pipes. Let's go for 150. 250. Oh, I've got a dead zone here. Okay. Alright, let's get back down there and see about setting this up. Ooh. Yeah. We're gonna need a new green circuit array. Which actually, we could build that down south. That could be a good little project for out here. Okay. Let's chuck down one of the fancy radars that we brought with us. I'll throw it over here, out of the way. Really? Of course. There we go. Get this stuff cleaned out of here, and then we can set up a washing facility. So I'm gonna make sure that I leave some space for our chemical plant arrangement. We're also going to have to bring water over here. Uh-huh. I've got water running from there. Do I want to tap into that? Or do I want to run water from way the hell over there? They're almost in equal distance, but I think I might have to run one. Anyway, I have an offshore pump. It's a bit of a shame. I'm going to copy this. Just wholesale. Because why bother building it from scratch if we can just copy paste? There we go. Now we still need to worry about the water situation. And the dirty water. We also need to take care of. Where do we want our dirty water to go to? I think, well, we could route it on this side too. Let's just try to keep it. It's going to be in the middle of all the belt lines though. Maybe over here would be better. I was trying to decide which side that I want to have this on. I want to keep expanding to the east if possible, but I don't know that we'll get to that. Alright, this. Like this, and we'll want a little storage tank to act as a nice little buffer. And then we're going to be cheap. Where did I put the flare stacks? They're there. Put our our stacks down like this. And then we will have an inserter taking out the stone that we'll have as a byproduct, which we can feed down to a machine that's going to make us landfill. Because landfill uses up a lot of stone. Do we want an entire warehouse of that or just a steel chest? Probably just a steel chest. Researched new stuff and I don't remember where everything went. Landfill. Okay. And this will need power, of course. And we'll just use one of these power poles and bring it over like so. One, two, three, four, five. I don't know if one will take care of all of that, but let's find out. What's the worst that could happen? Should I use blue belts? Oh, whatever. We'll just keep going with the yellow ones. We can always change it later. Probably will when this doesn't work the way that I want it to. Whoops. How did I do that? Okay, so in theory that'll be good. Now I just have to get the acid down here and water. So the acid is here. Can run it like this. And bring it up. Like that. Not like that. Right, need a connecting pipe. Like so. Alright, so we've got acid going to almost everywhere that we need it. I mean, that's not really going to be worth it. And then it's going to be the same idea for water. Once we have our water situation figured out. Alright, let's just double check that. I know I've got water coming down over here to help out with something. Isn't there water here? Yeah. how much of it is being used. Probably, probably really should run another line on its own to get that going. Okay. Folks, I'm going to take a quick bio break. I will return very shortly. And I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so we're going to work on running water over here. And I think the easiest thing is just to bring it straight down from this big pond. But I don't have enough pipes for that. So let's get that taken care of. Yeah. Should probably also queue up for more research as well, just so we can get that processing. Okay. So the bots will refill all of the goodies. And we had... Did we have an offshore pipe? Do we need to make one? We need to make one. Like 2 iron gear wheels and automation cores. Let's head over to the bus and snag some of that stuff. There we go. Oh, I had one. Why did I not see that? Okay, that's fine. Let's get rid of wood, coal, the stone, and the iron ore. We can get rid of these electric miners, the Mark 1s. I think we'll want a couple more chemical plants if we want to get the copper stuff going as well. So let's ask for 16 of those. And oh, I didn't hit okay. 16, please. More pipe, underground pipes. All right. Now then, where was it that we wanted to run this? Probably from here, roughly. So we'll follow this existing pipeline because it has power poles, or the big electric poles, and we're gonna keep the power going to the east. Now, was it roughly here? A little more. Yeah, this looks like an okay spot to do this. course, it's just a shade too short. And let's start the long run south. That's fine. We'll worry about that one other time. Okay. Water. Alright, we've got water. Excellent. Very, very good. Well, I didn't bring very many furnaces with. That's okay. How many furnaces do we have set up here? What was this? 20. Yeah, that'll work for our purposes, I think. And I think we'll run it back this way. Oh, no we won't actually. We'll keep it running like this in case we want to expand more to the east, and then this belt line we're just going to pipe, move it around. We'll take it up, and like this, and feed it in. Give everything power. Wonderful. That's great. We've got this set up. It will take care of itself. And then we can think about, do we want to start doing the same thing for copper? Excellent. Now, why did I have it set up like that over here? Output full. Output full. Oh, that's why. We didn't connect this dirty water like we were supposed to. Wait Is this stuff not connected? What have I done? Ah, okay. Excellent. Okay, so this is set up for when we're going to need it. Now, a question for that is, do I belt it or do I train it? That's it's always an interesting thing to try to figure out. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get any of the electric mining drills. uh, Smooth. Very, very smooth. Advanced solar panels, huh? It's gonna start using immersite. Military 5. Is that also all immersite stuff? Okay. Well, let's get the large containers for the logistics researched. Uh, Mining productivity would be good. What else do we want to research right now? Fusion energy. Logistics 4. AI cores. Okay. Fusion. Why not? Let's just get some of these filled up. Okay. So I kind of mucked this up, but that's all right. Let's just get ghosts placed of everything that we want. So then later we can come back and get all of this placed. Okay. All right. I think this might be a good place to call it for the stream. It's been just over 2.5 hours. We made a lot of good progress. We sort of got our lives figured out with this Coverix processing. Things are coming along well for nuclear stuff, which is really great. It just took a long time to get that online. And we've got some other production started with this iron and copper, and we've slacked on this copper. We'll have that going soon as well. Yeah, I think we'll call it there for the day. And we'll see, who should we raid to? Anybody we should take a visit to? We'll go raid my buddy Dragon Apex. He's playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's see if this works. Thanks for joining, everybody.